And so we return now to our inside look at something called Journey into Manhood, a retreat that claims it can help men alter their feelings of sexual attraction for other men. Ads for groups offering similar so-called solutions to homosexuality can be found across the internet, but they're not only controversial, as we've seen, they could be dangerous, former participants tell us. Here's Ryan Owens.
Thank you for holding this for me, but it's mine.
Yours. Yeah! All right, honor this man. Honor this man.
How difficult is it to maintain a marriage when you still have feelings toward men?
I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's an adventure.
Are you sexually attracted to your wife?
Now, yes. There was a spark of attraction before, but now, absolutely.
But you had to work on that?
Not specifically on that. I had to work on my own sense of masculinity.
You felt what you wanted, and you made it your reality. Oh.
Preston admits he occasionally is still attracted to men.
As a man among men, I know. If I don't stay focused on what I want to become, I'm gonna get stuck. I'm gonna stay stuck. And then I turn to the homosexual behavior.
You see warriors on horses. You see spears, you see swords, you see the king.
Preston insists the retreats have changed him.
As the king comes closer, you feel the thrill and the shudder of being in the presence of this mighty being.
Some people will say, here's a guy who is gay, and who is doing everything he can not to be what he is, and that there's this internal struggle going on that's completely unnecessary.
So I would invite that individual to come and experience the weekend. Like, come and experience change.
But some former campers we spoke with said they had very negative experiences. 23-year-old Ben Unger grew up in an Orthodox Jewish community in Brooklyn. In 2008, he attended a Journey into Manhood weekend in Virginia, led by Rich Weiler.
There was a guy on the weekend who said he didn't feel masculine enough or something, and they told him to take off all his clothing. And then everyone else in the room also took off all their clothing, and they just surrounded him. At one point, they suggested that I take my clothes off, and I refused.
Unger says the exercises were traumatizing and completely ineffective in helping him change. Ultimately, it left him worse off.
At some points, I was suicidal. I felt that it was my fault that I wasn't changing.
21-year-old Chaim Levin was also desperate for help when he attended 2 Journey into Manhood weekends in 2007 and 2008. Levin describes a degree of touching and cuddling that we did not see the weekend we were permitted to film.
You were supposed to choose someone in the group to hold you like a child, and he was supposed to represent the father image inside of you. It looked very erotic in a lot of senses.
The most attractive guy there.
We offered Rich Weiler the opportunity to respond to the allegations on camera, but he refused to grant us a second interview. Instead, he issued this statement, saying that they do offer non-sexual father-son style holding, though it is completely optional, fully supervised, done in a group setting with clearly taught guidelines. And we've never seen any inappropriate touch on a Journey into Manhood weekend. Unger and Levin are now both openly gay and have strong warnings for young people considering this therapy.
Don't feel desperate to go to these organizations. There's also the option of being truthful with yourself and being a happy person without feeling there's something wrong with you.
But supporters of this so-called therapy point to young men like Preston and to his wife Megan. We visited them in Utah several weeks after we first met Preston at camp.
Right or wrong, the question everybody's going to want answered is, how is your sex life?
Great. I will be honest with that. It's wonderful.
Preston admits that he still does sometimes feel attracted to men. Do you ever catch him checking a guy out?
I do. And I've actually been quite honest that I prefer to see him do it than to have him try and keep it a secret. Because, if we're driving down the road, I would rather see him do a full-on look at the guy next to us than keep trying to sneak a peek.
So do you both look at the same guy sometimes? Okay.
We have very different tastes.
Preston's therapy work is more important than ever after the couple received this news.
She's pregnant and we're really excited about it. What an opportunity and what a blessing.
Preston will soon be a father, one of the things he's wanted his entire life. Whether he can achieve his other goal, that journey, he's the first to admit, is still underway. I'm Ryan Owens for Nightline in Salt Lake City.